and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new then a big huge welcome to you. Today I thought that I was going to be editing a video, but because it didn't really look and feel right, and at the time I was very tired, I thought that I would scrap that video and then focus on this one instead. And this video is about one topic that I have made notes on months ago, but I've never really touched on the subject before. And today I'm going to be talking about a little something called pressure gate. Now, I don't know if this is a term that's already been used before, but in my mind it's something that I don't think it has, but I could be wrong. I created pressure gate because I wanted to focus on things that I'm struggling with, and these things are a little bit of a reflection on what I should do within these situations. And because I am trying to be a bit more independent, I have to try and see and find solutions on how I can deal with things that I will feel uncomfortable with, but I really want to be open and honest about it without actually going all over the place, or if I accidentally make a hiccup on something. And it's something that I don't really want to do, but I hope that pressure gate will actually make me realise on what's going on and how I can actually do with it in a very calm and honest situation. And normally I wouldn't think of some things like this because I really have to rely on someone just to help me, but I can rely on support as well. But if it's something that I can only personally concentrate on this on, then I might have to see what I can do if it's a situation that I know I have to deal with all by myself. The inspiration behind pressure gate came from all these different wooden gates that I see every time I go outdoors. I'm not really a massive outdoors person, but I have been on a few walks where I've seen loads and loads of gates into fields. And when I look back on this and I think on pressure gates, I imagine myself opening a gate when I found out that something's happening, and I'm placing myself in this big old field, and I am also trying to find out what's going on, and then in the end, once it's all over, I reach to the end of the gate and just shut all my troubles away. I'll show you a diagram on this because I have made some notes for this video, but I really wanted to give you an idea of what pressure gate will look like. And I was sort of going to plan to redraw this, but I really didn't want to because I know that this diagram was probably enough really, and I didn't want to confuse myself. So this is kind of like a straightforward diagram, but it can also be quite a tricky diagram as well. But the gate diagram is something that it can be used just to help me remember things very, very carefully. And I know I'm not really making sense on this, but this is kind of like early stages process. I am still focusing on pressure gate, but I know it's going to take me a long time just to figure out what to do. I don't know if it's going to be a success or not, but I probably will do a video update if it needs be, but if not, I'll just gonna have to see how I go, and I will experiment on things. But like I said before, we'll just see how I go. So these focus on the different types of pressure, and these pressures include peer pressure, social pressure, which I don't know if it's linked, but it can be sometimes, financial pressure, which is something to do with money, and finally there's economic pressure, which is the pressure to control and organise things, and it can involve all topics and certain areas, especially politics. Now, this is something that some people may not think about, but financial and economic pressure can be so-and-so for people, but social and peer pressure are the two most common big pressures. There are so many of them involved, but I only focused on the four because these are the ones I really know about off by heart. But I always wonder what causes these type of pressures, and although financial pressure always focuses on money, like I mentioned before, there are some other pressures that can cause these type of situations. When these pressures come about and when you go into that big field, what do you do next if you are in that field of that pressure gate? Well, you have to find the solutions to what is happening, and some people will find it easy because they feel absolutely confident, but for some others it's not really easy because they feel uncomfortable about being honest and just letting these emotions go because they are frightened about everything. But in this situation, it is very, very important just to don't hold things in, just don't bottle it up, be honest about these things and try and tell the truth as much as possible, because anything that you tell will either actually cause to release a situation, or maybe it's something that you thought you might have done something wrong, but you can actually work with the other person who you really trust to work on it together and just find a way just to let everything go. And one of the solutions you can do is to talk to someone who you can really, really trust, like a family member, a friend, or your spouse or your partner, which are for all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Turn them all off, whether you are using a computer or a mobile device. Try and distract yourself. Trying to distract yourself is very, very important, because once you've turned everything off, you have to find a way just to make yourself feel better. So, for example, exercising might be very good. But although I don't do a lot of exercise, this is a really good thing, and I know a lot of autistic YouTubers say that it really, really works. But if you are still really, really worried, try and keep a worry journal. I have done this a few times and it's made me a lot better. And once you feel released and calm with the situation, you can just happily walk out of that field, open the gate and close the situation. Just like that. And it's more easy than you think it might be. It can be difficult at times, but I think at the end of the day, it's very important to know that you can actually do things all by yourself. You have the independence. You've got this. You can solve situations, but be very, very careful. Don't go too overboard with anything. That's the most important part, really. And that's all I've got to say at the moment. I think I've covered everything. But yeah, I just think I've really covered everything a lot. But if you have tried other methods like pressure gates, and if you want to share with them, let me know in the comment section down below and let's get talking about it. I really want to know more about these things that you believe in. And also, if you really, really want to have a look at pressure gate itself, I will leave a link in the description box below, because I will be talking about it on my blogging website as well, and I will try and create a diagram for the pressure gate diagram, which will be less complicated than I've actually sketched in my notes. But yeah, I think it's probably about it, really. That's all I can say. So until then, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope that the sun will shine upon you, and I hope that all your dreams will come true. And until then, all you have to do is to keep on dreaming and never stop believing. I'll see you very soon. Bye!